we have so many things in life that pull us away from self, And if you believe in a higher power, the higher power is within you. The creator is within you. And when you connect with that, everything, the world is your oyster, the outside world, but the inside world has to be together.
Family, welcome to Bookmark Live at Black Writers Weekend. We are at this incredible venue powered by Black Writers Weekend and the Riverside Epicenter. We're thrilled to have Joe Little here as we celebrate and uplift the voices and stories of Black writers. I'm Talib Jasir. Welcome, Joe.
Hey, what's up, bro?
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Been having a good day?
Yes, indeed.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So how does it feel to be speaking at Black Writers Weekend?
It's amazing. Just really honored to be here. Here at this event, to be able to express myself and talk about my new children's book, just be in the atmosphere of meeting and greeting people and seeing some old friends and making new ones.
That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. What advice would you give to a writer just getting started on their journey?
The advice I would give a writer is just write from your heart. Write from what you feel inside. Connect with your inside you, and just write. And it was a movie called Throw Mama from the Train with Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal, and they were writers. And he said, a writer writes. And so, that's what I believe in. Just write what you feel, without any disruption of other people trying to tell you what you should do or how you should do it. Write what comes from within.
That's awesome, man. This first question I have for you is making me smile because I had no idea. Mm-hmm. And you're well known for your success with the Rude Boys.
Okay.
And the hit Written All Over Your Face, which I love. How does it feel to transition from music to writing children's literature?
It feels good because I'm a writer. I'm a songwriter. And so with that being said, I just write what I feel. The book that I wrote, Joey Wants to Sing, is a book about my life as a child, me understanding and feeling and discovering this fire within me that was, for me to do music, sing, write. And so transitioning over into writing children's books and any other type of literature that I'm going to write, it's easy. It's an easy transition because I'm writing from my heart. I'm writing from my instincts and what's being given to me. And so the idea of writing the book came from Felicia McDonald, who did the art direction on it. And she prompted me to do it. I was already working on my memoir autobiography book called Written All Over Your Face, which is about my life, and it's done finally. My editor, Miss Gwen Moore, throw a shout out to her. But just easy transition. I'm a writer, man.
That's awesome. You just went through two of my questions because you're very intuitive at this. So I love that you answered the two questions I was going to ask you already. So we're going to move right.
It might be.
No, it really what inspired you to write? Joey sings.
Yeah.
Joey Wants to Sing, and how much of young Joey's story is drawn from your own experiences?
Everything, yeah.
There you go. And then how did you collaborate with Felicia McDonald on the art direction? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Felicia knew that I was working on my autobiography, memoir, and she came to me, she's like, listen, Joey Wants to Sing. I'm like, what's that? She's like, that's a children's book that you should write about your life as a child and you growing up wanting to sing. And we got to it, and we got the book done in a week. Nice. I'm talking about the artwork, tweaking it, editing it, and it was done deal.
That's awesome. What message do you hope children and their parents take away from Joey Wants to Sing?
Well, first of all, with the children, I want them to know that anything is possible if you believe in yourself and you build your confidence up and you just do what you feel inside. I like to encourage children all over the world and especially black children, boys and girls, to be all you can be. And when you feel that fire, go for it. With the parents, I want them to get the message to help your child hone their crafts. Or whatever you see that your child really wants to do and that's serious about it, help them. Be there. Because my mom she was my number one fan. She was my number one coach. She was my number one everything across the board when it came to my artistry with singing. And she pushed me. She knew that that's what I wanted. She's like, this what you want? Well, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right, you know?
Yeah.
And so I didn't go outside much as a kid. You know, I stayed in the house. She taught me how to use the record player. And so, you know, I stayed on the record player every day. She like, boy, go outside. I'm like, I'm in here. I'm a singer. The kids used to tease me like, Joe can't come outside. I was like, I don't want to come outside. I'm a singer and an entertainer. We have to practice. And they laughed at me and they told me that, you know, a lot of them was like, man, you ain't gonna never make it. But I kept pushing through from a child to a teenager to a young adult, and it happened for me because I believed.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Your career has spanned multiple decades and mediums. How do you stay motivated and inspired to pursue new creative ventures?
The intuitions, man. Listen, we all have an intuitive prowess within us that we are hardwired with. Intuition, and we gotta. As long as you really stick with that, you're gonna go a long way. We have so many things in life that pull us away from self, you know. And if you believe in a higher power, the higher power is within you. The Creator is within you, and when you connect with that, everything, the world is your oyster, the outside world, but the inside world has to be together, you know. And so, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think of creatives with a little bit of intuition. Let's say it a different way. A lot of bit of intuition and a lot of bit of instinct. You know, you're doing things instinctually off of the fact that you know who you are.
Right.
And you sound like you know who you are from a very young age.
Definitely. And I had to do more work, man. I understood that, but then there was a time in my life where I did get lost. I didn't stay with the format, with the plan, with the blueprint, with the foundation in which it was built on. And so I strayed away, and I had to come back and recollect myself, you know, as a grown, super grown man with kids and grandkids. And so I put a lot of work in, retooling and just really refining who I was. And it was a great journey, and here I am now, and I'm thankful that I was able to receive the signals, the signs for me to go into self-preservation and go into like, okay, what's going on? Who am I? You know, what am I seeking? How do I go get it? You know, and so that's what it was.
All right. Joey Wants to Sing emphasizes values like determination and resilience. Why are those things important to you, and how have they shaped your own life?
Amazing life I've been afforded by way of the intuitiveness that we've been talking about, our intuitions. And so just staying true, you know, and just making the right decision to go with what's inside. Sometimes we pull away from it, like, you throwing it around, because we don't make mistakes. We make, you know, choices that don't work out, you know. And so just staying with it, man. And all my dreams came true. I must say that everything that I've set to accomplish in my life, I've been successful at it. But the reasoning is because success comes from the inside. We live our lives from the inside out, not the outside in. And so when you're living your life from the inside out, then you're going to get better results. And so I've been doing that a lot most of my life, and there was times where I didn't. So, you know, I had to regroup, you know, so.
Yeah,
you know.
It shapes you.
Absolutely.
For sure. So that's a perfect segue into the next question. How did you feel when Written All Over Your Face became a chart-topping hit, and how does that compare to the feelings you have about releasing Joey Wants to Sing?
The first thing about Written All Over Your Face, I said, I knew it. I knew it. Because, you know, the great Gerald Levert, rest in peace, who was my mentor, my brother, my friend, it actually was the second single of our first album. We had a song called Come On, Let's Do This that came out, and it didn't do really great. it made a mark. I got on the charts. That was my first thing. I made it. I heard myself on the radio. Then, hey, I made the charts, but it didn't last long. So we were contemplating on the next song and video we would do. And Atlantic Records didn't want to go with Written All Over Your Face. They lightweight didn't believe in it. They felt it was a good song, but not the second single that was going to save us. But it ended up saving us. And so when it came out and I heard it on the radio, I'm like, this is something different. This is different. And as it started climbing the charts, it started climbing the R&B charts, and it started climbing the pop charts, I'm like, oh, for real on the other side, huh? And I was just blown away, man. I was like, this is it. This took me to where I wanted to be and my group members and the success that Gerald wanted us to have. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing, man. And so, yeah, with that. The second part of your question is about Joey. Accomplishing it, getting the book done, seeing the final product, it's like starting all over again as a kid. It's like a new dream, a new goal. And so for me to this day have this book right here, I mean, and I started on my autobiography, memoir book, which is called Written All Over Your Face, way before this, years before this, but it came together so quick. I was just like, wow, this is real time. And it just took me back to that kid, that young man, like this is something new. It refreshed me as a new release, and I'm like, wow. So again, there's another accomplishment. So now I know in my life that there will be many more as long as I keep going with the path.
Absolutely. And this next question I'm going to ask you is this, they're paying it out. Okay, great. I want to make sure that they see the book. What has been the response from your fans and readers to your new venture as a children's author?
I love it. The best response is from the children. I've done a few book readings in a couple spaces, and the kids love it. The parents love it. I mean, my family loves it. Friends, people have been very, very supportive with Joey Wants to Sing. They have been buying it. And so now I'm ready to take Joey Wants to Sing to the next level, because right now it's self-published and it's self-distributed by, Fee Higdon Publishing, which is Felicia McDonald and myself. Publishing company, which we plan to do my next book off of. And so, but just ready to take it to the next level, put it in some other people's hands so they can take it and let it soar. Because one thing I do believe in is that you can't do everything by yourself. People are here in place for each and every one of us to help take us to another level. We're not never self-made. And so I'm ready for someone to come in and help take it to the next level. I'm a man of high achievements, of greatness, but I'm not the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. I love that answer. It's it speaks a lot to who you are and how you shaped yourself inside of this industry, but also recognizing that it takes a community, of co-creators, because that's what we get to do. That's the access that we have when we step out. Step off the sidelines, which you did a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So how do you balance your time between your musical career and your new projects in literature?
Not well. I have to be totally honest, man. My balancing act, for real, is not the best, but it's not the worst. I could be better, and I'm a person that likes to go back and, do a self-evaluation and be like, okay, man, what can I do better? Each day I'm like that. So that's something I'm working on, and it's hard. Look, life is a balancing act in itself. And the key, my belief, and this is what I truly believe, that the most powerful you can be is within balance, okay? They say it's either this or that. No, it's that gray area where people talk about the gray area. You got to stick balance in the gray area, and it dissipates the other two. Because when you find that balance, it's going to collapse and fall into a balance. And so that's where I'm at. And I'm glad that's a great question that you asked me, because I have a stickler about being balanced, and I've been working on it. I'm balanced in many ways, but as far as my timing, I need to do better with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we find ourselves, as you said, inside of the imbalance, right? You have to be off balance to know that there's balancing to be had.
You better know it. You better know it.
So I respect that, man. How do you approach the creative process differently when writing songs versus writing a book?
Writing songs, it comes in many different ways. Sometimes it's just lyrics. Sometimes it's just a melody without lyrics. Sometimes it's just the music without nothing. So it varies. And the results vary when you do it in the different ways. With the book, I only I put out one and I just finished another. It's just your feelings. It's like what's natural, what flows. So sometimes you might have to put it down. Sometimes you got to put the writing to the side because it's not clicking, because there's no perfection in nothing. You know, you can find wholeness, but not perfection. And so I tried to perfect it, but it becomes whole. So with writing, I'm still filling it out. You know, I'm still kind of filling that out, but it feels good because it's like when you a baby, you crawling, and then all of a sudden you start grabbing hold of stuff and you're trying to get your balance. You make a couple steps. So within the writing, I believe right now I've just started walking. And so I'm wobbling around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's a new venture and I'm open to that. And I believe that we all should be open for change, and I'm embracing it.
Yeah, it's something new to be excited about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. What role do you believe creativity plays in overcoming challenges and pursuing one's dream?
What understanding who you are, knowing yourself, believing in yourself, and confidence. That's what helps you defeat challenges. But that takes a lot of work. And so I'm one of those guys, like I said, that put in a lot of work. So when I face challenges, I'm up for it, you know. And so you have to have confidence. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to be able to know who can be there to help you. Because a lot of people don't want help. You know, they want to do it on their own, or they're ashamed, they're prideful. You know, you have to be open to allow your angels, your people, to help you through your struggles also and your challenges.
Yeah. There are people out there, we don't give them the opportunity to support us.
Absolutely.
Right, and I always say it's not fair to say you don't have support if you never look to your left or your right and reach for it.
Say that. Now you talking.
No doubt, man. So how do you hope Joey Wants to Sing will impact young readers and inspire them in their own lives?
I just wanted to touch their hearts and their minds, man. I want children to get into their mindset that literally anything is possible if you believe, if you speak it, put in the work, because that's the most important. Have to put in the work and believe in yourself, you know, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because there are people out here that help, you know, us go along the way. There are gatekeepers that have some keys that can open up the gate. And so, you know, you just got to really believe in yourself and persevere and just keep it moving.
Absolutely, man. I got one more question for you, and I'm going to ask you to tell people where to find you, okay?
Okay.
Can you share a personal anecdote from your childhood that parallels Joey's journey and Joey Wants to Sing?
Perseverance, man, resilience, confidence, and being in a no. See, there's a difference in believing something and knowing something. And when you know what they say, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, man, been a pleasure too, my brother.
Yeah, I've been singing that daggone song ever since I read that line in my head. I'm surprised I'm
gonna let you hear the verse. You don't have to say a word.
Yes, I love it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. It really has been, and great to meet you. I'm going to close this out, but before I do that, please tell people where they can find you.
On Instagram, Joe Little, Rude Boys with the S, official. Also on Instagram, The Real Rude Boys, which is my group. My website is joeybeanz.com, JoeyBeanz. We didn't talk about my coffee brand, but Urbane Joe Coffee, urbanejoe.coffee. That's my coffee brand line. And on Facebook, Joey Beanz, JoeyBeanz. And if you want to know everything, Google me, Joe Little III.
There we go, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you to our amazing sponsors and partners, Afros and Audio, Ike Ocean, Amazon KDP, All Americans Vote, Delphine Legacy Media, and Riverside Epicenter. Your support makes this event possible. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Black Writers Weekend and join the conversation using the hashtag BWW Bookmarked on social. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the weekend.